What is going on, guys? Welcome to Rush Golf TV. We're here at beautiful Farley Golf Course here in Croydon. Sun is out and I've got my guy here, Shain Johnson.
How we doing, guys?
PGA Pro, right?
Yeah, man.
Listen, I told you, I promise you I'll get you the top people here to show you how we're working on our game, man. This is all about sharing my journey with you, a bit of fun. And Shain has been an absolute wizard when it comes to teaching me. 4 or 5 months, we've dropped 10 shots, guys. And this video is about just some of the key things that he's changed in my swing, in my game. And we're just gonna share it with you, man. Nice, raw, quick and easy. Let's get straight into this. Before we do, remember, hit the subscribe button. We're just starting new people, but I'm telling you right now, we're bringing very fresh content to the golf game. We're gonna show you my swing right now on the screen, my old swing, before I came to Shain. And maybe you could talk them through what you remember, what was bad, what needed to be fixed, if you can remember. We're gonna get it here on the screen anyway, guys. It's a very awful swing, by the way, so don't laugh.
Yeah, as you see on the screen, the swing now, he had a stance quite wide. We'll go through it, but he had quite a weak grip. Positioning on the hands, we can go through that as well. And then when he was swinging, he was coming very much on the inside line and then coming across. As most amateurs, struggling with a big high slice, not getting much distance, going from there.
Like when it comes to grip, just for anyone who's like not sure what a weak and strong grip is, like how did you sort of change my grip? So maybe we can kind of come a bit closer to the camera.
When we chatted about the grip, it's more, when I say weak and strong, it's not about how tight and how you hold it. It's more the angle of the hand on the grip. So when we speak about weak, with the left hand being the lead hand, if you're a right-handed golfer, your position of your hand is going to be more underneath the club. So if you look here on the camera, you've got this V that forms between your forefinger and thumb. That's going to be more towards up your left shoulder if it's weak. What we're looking for a right-handed golfer is when we set that club on there, you get that V there, that wants to shoot up towards your right side of the shoulder. Okay. That's going to be a nice firm, strong grip there. As well as you'll see on my hand here, you've got this nice angle. What you find is that when it's weak, there's no angle there. And the right hand, he was kind of more center on top, as well as that shooting up towards the left hand side. We just got same as the left side there, and the right hand we set shooting up towards the right hand shoulder.
Now we've gone a bit more stronger. So now for me, I always feel like the grip as well is more in my fingers. I think Shain,
correct, yeah.
You mentioned that as well, always to me as well. Get the club more in my fingers, and that V now is going to the sort of right shoulder, and this should be a little bit more better, hopefully.
Good strike. I think the biggest thing was your foundation, so your feet. Okay. What we had, Roosh was very wide in his hips there. You don't really get much rotation when you're wide like that. You get more of a sway.
Yeah.
I think the sway, you can get away with it, but most of the time you are going to be very inconsistent, which Roosh was. So what we did is we took him from a very wide stance, knees quite bent like that, which we took him to a more of a nice neutral, just outside of shoulder width there like that, and keeping his legs a little bit more straighter, getting his position more over the ball, which was much better, and keeping his knees a little bit more solid over the ball.
So now when I stand here, if you can see the ball, I'm just kind of feeling like it's about shoulder width.
Correct,
yeah. A little bit out sometimes, depending on the iron, obviously, in the club and etc. and driver and things like that. But now I feel a lot more stable, and also the weight is now distributed a bit more evenly. Before I was a little bit
correct. You were kind of more towards your toes a little bit, and now we've got the weight on the balls of your feet where you want to be.
Exactly. So I'm gonna hit one more here now, quick and easy. So just much more kind of shoulder width apart. Feel the kind of weight distribute a bit better.
Very good.
And that's a better ball flight. Like before, I never really felt the ball flushing off the iron like pure like that.
Plus as well, it's like your good one's always going to be good. It was getting the more consistency out of you.
Cool. I think the last point I think is really, really key, and I feel that this is one of the best tips he's given me, was, I guess it's this disconnect tip that you gave me with my hips. What was I kind of doing before when it came to rotation?
So before in rotation, if we go into the video here, you were more so, you'd get from here, and then from there, it was more an upper body dominant swing. From here, you would turn kind of everything together. So if you turn upper body and lower half the body together, looking from this camera angle here, when you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to land up coming across.
And that's why we hitting those kind of
those big slices. Yeah, that with a combination of a lot of arm power coming through is quite deadly on the golf course.
I could hit long, which was really weird. I'd hit long fades, but it was all armsy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He used to always say to me, like, you're coming down with your hands. We used to try loads of drills with putting gloves.
remember you always used to get quite tired after hitting a few balls because you were very arm dominant.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're there all day just swinging arms and swinging as hard as you can, you are going to get very tired. Body's going to get even more tired on the golf course. So towards the end of your rounds, you would have noticed it just used to get worse and worse. With the hips, it's more so of getting an understanding of your body, right? A lot of people, when they come to golf, they do want to swing with their upper body and everything, but when it comes to getting into golf, the very first thing I did with Roosh was I kept it very basic. We stood there, we put our club across our shoulders like this, got him to just get a nice good rotation, quite easy to do, and then I threw in the donut. I asked him to keep the hands and the upper body nice and still, and then start the lower body rotation there.
This is good, yeah.
So when he first tried it was quite funny because he just like froze up, wasn't quite sure what to do. But then now he's got that movement quite easy. So what we're looking at when we talk about hip disassociation is ideally disassociating your hips and your shoulders. From here, we'd get a nice good backswing. And then from there, the first thing we want in the downswing is the lower half of the body. As you can see that movement there. The better you can do that, the further you hit the ball and more consistent you'll be. Then once the hips are coming through, that's going to bring around the rest of the body. One of the things I like to explain to guys, we go through either ABC or 1, 2, 3. 1 being your arms, 2 your thorax, 3 your hips. When we start the backswing, it's arms first being 1, which brings round 2 thorax, and then 3 is your hips. And on the way back, we're looking at going 3, 2, 1, which is hips. As you can see now, everything's starting to come around and then coming through from there. Cool. So I mean, if we're going to hit when we look at hitting the golf ball, we're going to set up there so we get 1 to the top, to there, and then from here now, what we're looking at doing is getting that lower half coming through. That's going to help us shallow the ball. So that's one of the main things that stopped you from coming over the top, and eventually getting you to hit the ball a little bit straighter. We'll get to the draw in the future as well, don't worry. Okay, so I mean, just nice and smooth, get there, use your legs.
Pure as it gets.
What that does as well, it gives you a nice solid foundation coming through. So you saw my balance was really good there.
That ball's still up there. So, and I know this is a very common like amateur thing. Even my friends I play with on the weekend, we're usual slicers, most of us. And what he taught me with this hip move is brilliant. So I'll tell you what I feel when I'm about to hit. I feel like when I take it to the top of the backswing, and I'm not very like flexible, so I can't get my hands really high anyway. But when I get here, I try and feel like there's a bit of a pause.
Correct, yeah.
Bit of a pause just to
nice
let my left leg. Remember, there's the left knee you told me to pop
Correct,
out.
yeah. So you get that left knee separation from your right knee, yeah.
So left knee then comes out, and then I let gravity do its work, and I kind of just keep my eye on the ball. Let's get to the top.
That's it.
That's a little bit better.
That's really good.
So there you have it, peeps. A couple of good tips, 3-4 tips there. This guy is working magic on my golf game. Like I said, I'm going to keep repeating it. It's going to sound a bit boring, but I have dropped 10 shots. This is not a lie. The reason why I'm creating this channel, people, is just to anyone in my kind of position, enjoying the game, loving it as a hobby, or want to get better. I'm going to try and get you guys like Shane some cool, fun vlogs, and hopefully we're going to do another video sometime soon on the course.
Absolutely.
So look out for it. Subscribe. Check out Shane's work as well. I'm going to get his Instagram links, his YouTube links. Enjoy your game. But listen, hopefully you found this useful. Drop a comment, drop a like, do all the good things to help this channel grow with us. And we'll see you in the next video as always. So say bye, bro.
All right, cheers, boys.
All right, wicked. See you soon. Peace.